morning, guys. Welcome back to my channel. It's Melissa Jones. I'm sorry I've been so MIA. We've been just end of summer stuff got crazy busy, and then the wonderful summer cold hit our household, so I basically got sick first and then passed it on to Isla and the babies, and now Corey's sick. Don't mind my hair, I haven't washed it in like forever. Today was supposed to be a fun vlog. My parents took Isla to camping one last time for the summer, and they are only about an hour away, so I was gonna drive to where they were camping and visit because they're with some cousins of ours as well. And Corey has to coach a couple hockey practices and games this weekend, so he wasn't going to come with me, but I was going to go take the babies, spend the day there, and then potentially bring Isla home because she's been there since yesterday, or I was going to leave her for one more night because they're coming home tomorrow. Today is Saturday, September, I never know the day, 8th. So anyway, we were going to be doing a fun vlog, but now I'm just gonna film a day in the life because I'm sitting at home bored, no toddler, babies are sleeping. It is 11 o'clock. They actually are just waking up. So a little recap, they are 5 months as of 3 days ago, and they are finally into a really good schedule now. I don't want to jinx it, but it has been almost a solid week of schedule, and we've stuck to it for the most part 100%. So we wake up around 7:30, 8 o'clock, sometimes a little later, and I feed the babies, and then Isla wakes up around that time too, and then she comes in and hangs out with the babies while I go make a coffee and bring up a snack and breakfast in bed, and that's where I either finish feeding them or we just play and hang out in bed while I drink my coffee. Sometimes Isla goes on the iPad, and then we usually just stay up here until around 9:45. The babies are already starting to doze off, so I'll lay them back in their rooms, and they sleep for an hour. So it's 11 now, they're just waking up, so I'm gonna go get them. And because we don't have Isla today, it'll just be the babies. And so what I've been doing, as you can see, there's still a crib in our room. We haven't put it in the nursery yet, so Isaiah's been sleeping in the nursery, Olivia's been sleeping in here, but because Isla's gone for the night, we put Olivia in Isla's room, just because it's nicer to not have a baby in your room when you sleep. So I'm gonna go get the babies now, and we'll go from there. So we've got one baby awake. Say good morning, Isaiah. So at this point, Isla and I usually would have made our way downstairs by now, but because Corey is not home and Isla's not home, I've just been hanging out. Took my time getting ready today. So what are we gonna do? Probably eat. Say hi. Hi. Are you hungry? Are you? Okay. He's a hungry guy. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about the babies and my postpartum journey, because it's a little bit of a mom vlog, so I know how helpful I find these truthful, honest vlogs when I watch them. I don't know if I mentioned in any of my previous vlogs, the 4th month is always the hardest for me. I found that with Isla's postpartum journey too, and so I don't know if it's just my hormones and my chemical imbalance and everything trying to figure itself out within the 4th month. Also with the babies hitting that 4-month sleep regression, it could be a combination of all of that, but always I struggle the most in the 4th month, And so I have taken the right steps to get it taken care of and get help. And I'm already starting to feel better, but now that the babies are 5 months, but just everything's sort of falling into place now. But also, um, that's another reason why I just haven't had the camera out. It's just been a rough month. So, end of summer, fall starting, things, I'm not looking forward to the winter inside the house with 3 kids. It's going to be long, and we're going to try and do as much as we can, but it's hard to bundle the babies up and, take them out anywhere, especially in the winter. And Isla as well, like she's just super busy right now. She needs stimulation, she needs constant attention. She's getting better at playing by herself and keeping herself entertained, which is great. But then I have like major mom guilt because I feel like I should be doing the playing with her and the puzzles and the games and stuff. So I know it's temporary. I know I'm not supposed to let myself feel that mom guilt, but I do. And so I'm looking forward to a few things we've signed up for. Some sort of farm school thing that we are going to be doing every Wednesday morning for a couple hours. So I think it's like caring for animals and feeding them and growing plants and harvesting crop, and so that'll be good for Isla to go to farm school, and then I get to take the babies along in the stroller for that. And so we signed up for that on Wednesdays, and then Corey and I have a meeting at a Montessori preschool for Isla, and so that is on Monday. So if all goes well, we're going to sign her up for at least 1 to 2 days a week. And so that'll be like a 9 to 3 kind of schedule, and get her out of the house, gives her some interaction with other kids, one-on-one time as well. So it'll be good, some good changes coming up. Also gives me a little bit more time to bond with the babies, because I often think, like, as much as I feel guilty not bonding and spending time with Isla, when she was this age, I was only with her. I was the only one with her. It was one-on-one time. So, and not only that, but there's 2 babies to spread my attention between. And so I'm feeling mom guilt that way, because if I talk to one and I'm not talking to the other, then I just feel guilty that one's getting more attention. So being a mom is hard for anybody, but being a twin mom, oh my goodness, it's a lot, and it's the little things you don't think about. So anyway, the 4th month, always the hardest for me personally. I'm so glad. It's like the minute they turned 5 months, I swear a switch went off. They fell into this like perfect schedule, kind of all on their own. I had been sort of working towards a bit of a schedule with them, but I wasn't putting any pressure on myself if they didn't fall into it, because I know they were still young, and it was still kind of early, and there were 2 of them, and I didn't want to put the pressure on myself that I was doing when I had Isla. Like, it had to be a routine, and it had to be to the T. So if I, have a coffee date planned, or if I want to get out of the house and actually try to take the kids grocery shopping or take them for a visit somewhere, I don't make myself stay home just because I want to be in a routine. I actually go out and do it. So now that they're 5 months, it's like the light switch went off and everything fell into place so far. So like I said, we wake up between 7 and 8, feed the babies, Isla wakes, we come in here, we feed them, Isla plays with them while I make my coffee, we have breakfast. 10 till 11, they sleep. They literally wake up at 11 almost on the dot. And then we feed them again. And then we are usually downstairs at this point. And then what happens? I don't know. We just play and hang out from 11 till 12:30, and that's usually when I start getting lunch ready for Isla, and then we try to wind down from lunch, and then Usually around 1 o'clock, all three of them go down. So by 1:30, I can almost guarantee Isla and the babies are all down. Now, because of the whole napping situation, Isla will go down in her room, obviously, and then Olivia or Isaiah in the nursery. And then this bedroom doesn't have curtains up on that half moon window, so we just purchased those so that whoever's napping in here during the day doesn't have the sunlight to deal with. So that's been a little bit of a struggle now that they're all sort of napping at the same time. So that nap is usually 2 hours long if I'm lucky. So around 3:30, Isla and the babies will wake. And then we try to either go to the park or we play more. It's been kind of hot, so the babies, I haven't been taking them out much. But we try to get out a little bit just to get Isla some fresh air. And then we start dinner prep. I've been terrible lately. I was sick and I just had no motivation to do any cooking. So Corey usually gets home anywhere between 4 and 6. There's like never a set time. And then he'll help me with dinner, and then it's bath and bed for everyone around, well, the babies I've been finding like 7 o'clock, they're done. So if I get them in bath by 6:45 and started feeding them by 7, they'll go down and they stay down. And Olivia sometimes has been waking up for a top up around 10, and then they sleep till 3 now, and that's when they have their nighttime feed. And then sometimes again between 6 and 7, or just they wake up for the day around 7 or 8. So it's been really nice that way. And then Isla goes down around 8. Corey totally takes care of Isla with bedtime routine, just because by then I'm usually still trying to settle babies, or I've just settled the babies and I'm exhausted. So he likes to do that one-on-one time bonding with Isla. And so that's been our week anyway. I don't know how long it'll last, but it's been really nice to sort of get into a routine. So I just thought I'd update you guys with all of that. And yeah, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, things have been going better. So I know the rule of thumb is never wake a sleeping baby, but the other rule of thumb is when you have twins, you keep them on a schedule, because otherwise you just never catch a break in the day. And Olivia's still sleeping. So it's like 11:30 now, and I'm debating on whether or not to just let her try and wake on her own or go in and wake her myself. Let's check on her. I cannot bring myself to doing it. She also is the baby that wakes up at 10. She's always had like reflux, so she wakes up to burp, and then I usually just top her up at 10. So she's always up for at least an extra hour in the night, while Isaiah usually sleeps through. So she normally naps longer than him. By a little bit, but not usually this long. So I'll give it another couple minutes, and then we'll go downstairs and feed her. There was something else I was going to mention. Oh, just for my own sake, I weighed the babies at their 5-month mark, and they are 16 pounds each, right on the nose. So I wanted to make a note of that, because I still haven't bought baby albums, and I haven't wrote any of this stuff down. So if you ever need to remember, I'm just going to watch all my videos and write everything from the videos in the books. And Olivia just woke up. which means she's not going to sleep right through to the second nap of the day, which means she's going to be off by like an hour. Oh, I should have just woke her up. Twin problems. Oh my God. All right. That was harder than it looked. Say good morning.
What are you doing?
Daddy's home. Isaiah's rolling over. But he's in his work clothes because he's gonna go out to the garage and work. Babies are starting to get a little drowsy. They'll probably go down for their 1 o'clock nap just about now because it's almost 1 o'clock. Do you have anything to say to the vlog? What do you have to say to the vlog?
Look at me, look at me.
You want to help Daddy in the garage with all those tools on your shirt?
I'm Tim the Tool Man.
I don't know who got him this onesie, but it is so cute. So I just got the sound machine on. Excuse me. Got Isaiah down. We'll see how that goes. Lately he's been pretty good actually about just going to sleep when I lay him down, but never know. Sometimes they fuss for a little bit. So I got the monitor, I'm bringing that down. And I doubt Olivia's gonna go down very easily just yet because she obviously slept later, but she's over here in the Jolly Jumper. Olivia, are you jumping? Are you jumping? Oh, oh, excuse you. Say excuse me. Jump. Show us your jumps. Show us your jumps. Show us your jumps. Show us your jumping. Well, seeing as though this is a day in the life vlog, I might as well show all the unpleasant parts too. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the camera. So it's 10 to 2. Isaiah woke up crying. So I'm topping him up with more milk, and it was right when Olivia had her poop explosion, so she's not down yet either. Thank God Corey came inside with like a broken toe because he's dealing with her. I think she's just tired at this point. You could probably try and lay her down, but I don't have time to just go lay her down and tend to her if she needs to because I'm feeding Isaiah. So having a bit of a moment, trying to be pulled in 3 different directions at once, but I'm managing. So next time that she decides to sleep later than she should and I decide to let her, I'm going to watch this video and remind myself to wake her up at the same time so that she doesn't throw off the whole schedule, because letting her sleep that extra 45 minutes ruined the rest of the day for her. Thank God Corey's home. I ended up falling asleep with the babies. They napped from 3 till 4, and then Corey worked out in the garage, so I just decided to take a little nap with them because I'm exhausted. And Isaiah's fighting a little bit of a nap right now. He's super cranky this afternoon. We've both just been sitting here trying to entertain them. As you can see, it's not going so well because Corey's the one sleeping and Isaiah is now upstairs just whining. So I'm going to have to go get him. But sometimes the babies do take a little cat nap between 5 and 6. It just depends on the day and depends on how late they napped in the afternoon. If they don't go down relatively easily, then I just keep them up and get bath time started a little bit earlier. So that's sort of where we're at today. It was totally just a blah day. The weather's crappy. It's still cold out. And we got an update from my mom. Isla's having a blast. She's got her cousins there with her. So we tried to do a little FaceTime, and then she's just been sending a couple little video clips to us. So we miss her a lot. We were supposed to bring her home today, but she'll spend one more night and come home tomorrow. And then Corey and I will just finish or figure out what we're going to do for dinner and probably call it an early night since we're all still not feeling too great. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in our next video. Bye.